So today is one of the final days in the month of July, which means it's my birthday in like a couple of days. It's the 1st of August, by the way. And also it is time to do the July haul of faves. So, not too many things this month. First two things are from the Finders Keepers markets, which is just like a big collective creative marketplace that happens occasionally here. The first I'm wearing, however, I'm not sure if it's quite in frame, and it is this enamel iced Vovo pin, and I got it from you know, like Frankie magazine. They had a store there, and this was a collaboration with another artist. I don't know, but I suspect that iced Vovos are a uniquely Australian biscuit, so in case you've never experienced one before, and I'm praying for you, I'm sorry about that, but they're just like a sweet plain biscuit with 2 rows of pink marshmallows and then a line of jam down the middle of them and then sprinkled with coconut. It's like the most lit afternoon tea you will ever have. They are wonderful. I mean, I love biscuits, I love enamel pins, so I had to have this one. The second thing I got at the Finders Keepers markets was this art print. It's by one of my all-time favourite artists, Mel Stringer. She just draws a menagerie of magical real-life girls, and they're just so like soft and glossy. I just really love her art style. I actually have another print the same size as this from... is my voice breaking? I have another print by her the same size as this one from like my October haul of faves. I think it was last year because I was down in Newcastle when I found it. Yeah, so I already have Mel Stringer print. That one's a bit more polished. It's like more of a digital one. This is just a scanned sketch, but I love it so much. It's these 2 girls out trick-or-treating, and it's cute but spooky, and that is absolutely my aesthetic. So I love this. Hopefully I can find the same frame as I have for the print I already have, so they can sit next to each other and live in harmony, and that can be my little Mel Stringer corner. Now you may already know I love Coraline. Coraline is one of my all-time favourite films. I love the story, I love everything about that universe. But it wasn't until maybe like a year ago I realised that it was also a book. It was based on a novel, and of course I had to have it because I love Coraline, but I'd never read it. And this upsets me because like my brain, like the internet has wired my brain to not have the patience for books, which is terrible. Like seriously, we're on Facebook and everything, and there's all those like BuzzFeed articles that aren't even articles, they're like listicles, you know. There's just the clickbait of like 5 things you can totally relate to if you've ever had a terrible housemate, and it's like number 5, leaving post-it notes, number 6, dirty dishes for 6 days on the sink, like and I read it and I'm like, why am I doing this? From consuming all of this like fast content, I feel like I've got the attention span of like Donnie from the Wild Thornberrys, which is not someone you want to be. And I was like, you know what, this is getting ridiculous. So I catch the bus into the gym pretty much every day, so that's maybe like 45 minutes of travel time total, and I was like, why don't I read a book on the bus? Because otherwise I'm just going to be scrolling on Instagram or whatever and chewing up my data, and me and my data already have a very complicated relationship. So the Coraline book, that's where I was going with that elongated intro. I read the Coraline novel and I loved it. I don't want to argue that it's better than the film. I think they're both good in their own right. The book's definitely different to the film, like the characters are a little bit different. Wybie doesn't exist in the book. I feel like Wybie is kind of, because, okay, the black cat has a bigger role in the book. Like it's kind of like Coraline and the cat. And I feel like maybe in the film they've split the cat's role up into the cat and Wybie, so that there's more, like, just so it translates better into a film instead of just like a girl and this like spooky cat that doesn't have a name. But yeah, so just little things like that are different. As far as the narrative and the pacing, it's super similar to the film until it gets to the crux, until it gets to where Coraline is racing the other mother, trying to find the souls, the other mother's tearing the world down. When all of that's happening, it's a lot more fleshed out, there's a lot more detail, it's really dark and quite scary, like for a young adult's novel, which is, I'm assuming, what the target audience is. But yeah, I really like that. When I have conversations with people about Coraline, the film, a lot of them are like, oh, it's a bit spooky, like couldn't watch it with my little brother, too creepy. I didn't find that, but I found the book was spoopy. And the last thing that really made me appreciate this book, and I don't know if it's just because this happens to be a 10th anniversary edition, or if it's across the board for the Coraline novel, but there's illustrations in here by Dave McKean. I discovered Dave McKean when I was like 15, 16 years old, you know, trying to find my art style, and he did a lot of work on a film called Mirror Mask, and a lot of his illustrations were featured in that and like came to life and all these cool things. And ever since then I've been like, I love this dude. He has a very distinctive style, which I really, really love. The Dave McKean world and the Coraline world combined, just, it was a magical time for me. I really enjoyed it. Okay, the last thing for me to show you today, I did not mean to purchase. It was a happy accident, but it is this. What is this, you may be asking? This is a pencil skirt covered in gems and hunks of gold and colourful stones from the earth, and I love it so much. I was in Gorman not too long ago with my friend Jen. She was going to town. She was buying a bunch of outfits. They looked awesome, and I kind of was like, I can't afford anything here because Gorman's quite expensive. But because we were in there for so long, because my friend was trying stuff on, I was like, oh, I may as well try something on, you know, pass the time. And of course this skirt only had my size left, and of course this skirt was 60% off. 60% off. So I was like, oh, and I put it on. Of course it fit me, and I was like, crikey, okay, guess I'm buying a skirt today. So that was an unexpected surprise, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm not having dinner tonight, but at least I'll look good in this pencil skirt. And I'm just very partial to a good pencil skirt because I just love the cut. I love the shape that they give you. They're just a real good time. I have one more thing that's a favorite this month, but I'm not going to directly tell you what it is right now, and I realize how annoying that is. And like when YouTubers are like, hey guys, I'm working on something super secret, I wish I could tell you. I realize like I'm literally doing exactly that right now, and that sucks, but I am working on something. It's not going to be super secret for much longer, but I'm really, really excited about it. I'm really excited to share it with you. I'm really nervous about it. I'm like almost more nervous than I was when I did my poem alone. Okay, how can I explain this to you without telling you what it is? It's just, okay, it's a very personal project. It's another creative outlet for me, and it's a combination of so many things that I've wanted to do for a long time, and I guess you could say like it's another like extension of the Catguts universe. I guess we can go there with it. And I'm really, really excited to share it with you, and as soon as she's ready to go, it'll be announced on here. So if you're interested, just keep hanging out and you'll find out about it. So that is it. That is it for July. I'm sorry it was only 4 things and then one like phantom thing. I realize that's infuriating, but you will know soon. It'll all be done soon. I'm sorry, I'm excited. All right, I hope you had a lovely month, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.